Okay, so this time medyo mahirap itong pag-uusapan natin kasi maraming concepts ang involved. So, pag-uusapan natin dito yung iba't ibang uri ng functions. So, actually there are 12 types of functions. So, the first one is the constant function. So, when we say constant function, it is always equivalent to a fixed number. So, in this example, we have y equals to 7, y equals to 8, y equals to 9, y equals to 0.5. So that is an example of constant function. When we say identity function, sabi ko nga sa inyo before, kapag sinabi nating x, that is independent variable and y is the dependent variable. So sa function, pinalitan lang natin si y ng f of x. So y stands for f of x. Why? Because we all know that y is the function of x, kaya siya tinawag na f of x. So kagaya nito, identity function, f of 2 equals to 2. So ang tawag dyan identity function. So as you can see, if the value of x is 2, then the value of y is 2. So that is identity function. Polynomial functions. So polynomial functions, pamilyar na din tayo lahat dito, or familiar na kayo lahat dito kasi pag sinabi natin polynomial, meron siyang mga, ang pinag-uusapan natin dito ay yung degree or yung exponent. Kapag ka 1, ang tawag doon ay linear, pag 2, quadratic, pag 3, cubic, pag 4, quartic, and so on and so forth. So that is what we call polynomial function. So unang uri ng polynomial function is the linear function. So kapag sinabi natin linear function, ang highest degree niya ay 1. So in this example, y equals 2x plus 5. Ang highest degree ng x dito ay 1. So that is linear. So sa quadratic function naman, kapag ang highest degree ng polynomial function ay 2, so that is quadratic function. So sa cubic naman, kapag ang highest degree ng exponent ng polynomial function ay 3, then it is termed as cubic function. So sa power function, so para lang din siya mga polynomial functions na mayroong exponent. So that is power functions. And then for the rational functions, so as you can see, kapag mayroon ng involvement ng fraction, so that is rational function. For the exponential function, so ang variable x natin or the independent variable natin ay nagiging exponent. So that is what we call the exponential function. Logarithmic function, so yun po yung halimbawa ng logarithmic function, y equals to log 749. So medyo hindi na natin siya pag-aaralan in this general mathematics. For the absolute value function, so para rin siyang distance function kasi pag sinabi natin absolute value, ang pinag-uusapan lang natin ay distance. So we are not talking about the negative value. For the greatest integer function naman, so medyo may kinalaman to sa rounding off. So mamaya explain ko sa inyo kung ano ba yung greatest integer function. So, bigyan natin ng mga halimbawa yung mga functions dyan. So, kagaya nito, linear function to. F of x equals 2x minus 4. So, find the value of the function if x equals to 4. So, kagaya nung video presentation ko noong una, papalitan lang natin ng x and ng 4 si x. So, this will become, if f of x equals to 4, then f of 4 equals 2 times 4. So, pinalitan natin si x ng 4 minus 4. So, that will be 8 minus 4 and 8 minus 4 is 4. So, the function of 4 is equal to 4. Now, in number 2, given g of x equals 3x squared plus 7. So, huwag kayo malilito kung ba't napalitan si f of x ng g of x. So, we can use any letters from the English alphabet as a representation of our functions. So, this time, ginamit lang natin si g. So, if g of negative 4 ang hahanapin natin, we will change x by negative 4. So, we have 3 times square of negative 4 plus 7. The square of negative 4, that is negative 4 times negative 4 is 16. So, that will become 3 times 16 plus 7. And 3 times 16, that is equivalent to 48 plus 7. So, that will be 55. And then po number 3, if f of x equals to 7x plus 1, so linear function pa rin ang pinag-uusapan natin. So let's say papalitan natin si x ng function of h plus 1. So we will change x by h plus 1. So if we will change x by x plus 1, so f of h plus 1 equals to 7 times h plus 1 plus 1. So in this time, gagamit tayo ng distributive property of multiplication. I-distribute natin si 7 sa h, saka si 7 kay 1. So that will be 7h plus 7. 7 times h is 7h, 7 times 1 is 7, then plus 1. Kinapi lang natin si 1. So we can simplify 7 plus 1 and that will be equivalent to 8. So the answer here is 7h plus 8. So that will be the function of h plus 1 in the expression 7x plus 1. For number 4, so as you can see, we have here the radical expression or radical symbol. So we will change g of 7 in x. So this will become the function of g of 7. We will change x by 7, and 4 times 7, that is 28 minus 3, so that will be 25, and the square root of 25 is 5. So square root means ano yung number na magkamuka na pag pinag-multiply mo sa sarili ay makukuha mo yung 25, and that is 5. For number 5, so h of x equals to 4x plus 8 over 2x minus 4. So kung aalamin natin kung anong uri ng function to ay rational function. So papalitan natin si x ng 3 as the function of h. So if we will change 3 dun sa x natin, so this will become 4 times 3 plus 8, 2 times 3 minus 4. So 4 times 3, so that will be 12 plus 8, and then 2 times 3, so that will be 6 minus 4. So 12 plus 8, that will be 20, and 6 minus 4, that is 2, and 20 divided by 2, that is 10. So that is the function of 3 in 4x plus 8 over 2x minus 4. For number 6, the function of x equals to 2 raised to x. So as you can see, naging exponent na si variable x. So yung independent variable natin naging exponent na. So ang tawag dito ay exponential function. So if we will change x equals to 5 over 3. So medyo mahirap-hirap to. Kailangan alam nyo kung alin ba dito yung radicand o yung index at alin ba dito yung exponent. So kapag sa exponential function natin or dun sa exponent natin, yung numerator siya yung exponent, yung denominator siya yung index ng radical expression. So pag pinalitan natin, so this will become 2 raised to 5 over 3. So magiging cube root of 2 raised to 5. So yung 5 siya yung exponent, yung 3 siya yung index ng radical. So what is 2 raised to 5? So that is 5 times natin i-multiply si 2 sa kanyang sarili. So 2 times 2, 4 times 2, 8 times 2, that is 16 times 2, that is 32. So that will be cube root of 32. And we will think the factors of 32 na mayroong perfect cube. Ano ba ang perfect cube? Tatlong beses mo multiply yung number sa sarili niya, makukuha natin yung isang number. So, kung iisip tayo ng factors ng 32, meron tayong 8 times 4. So, yung 8 natin ay perfect cube. So, that is 2 times 2 times 2 equals to 8. So, pwede nating extract ang root ng 8. So, the cube root of 8 is 2. So, this will become 2 cube root of 4. So, that is the function of 5 over 3 in the expression 2 raised to x. Okay, for number 7 naman, so evaluate the function h of x equals to x plus 2, where x is the greatest integer function given x equals 2.7. So if we will change x by 2.7, papalitan natin siya So this will become h of 2.7 equals to greatest integer function 2.7 plus 2. So ano mangyayari kapag greatest integer function? So di ba si 2.7 ay nasa pagitan ni 2 at 3? So sino yung mababa dun sa dalawa? So mas mababa si 2. So si 2 yung kukunin natin as greatest integer function. So this will become 2 plus 2, that will be 4. So para hindi kayo malito, bigyan natin ng example dun sa left or sa negative side ng integers. So let's say, evaluate the function h of x equals to the greatest integer function x plus 2, wherein x equals to negative 2.7. So palitan natin si x ng negative 2.7. So di po ba si negative 2.7 ay nasa pagitan ni negative 2 at ni negative 3. So, sino ba ang mas mababa kay negative 2 at negative 3? Ang mas mababa kay negative 2 at kay negative 3 ay si negative 3. Kasi mas lumalayo sa 0, mas bumababa ang value doon sa negative side. So, this time, magiging negative 3 plus 2. So, negative 3 plus 2, that is negative 1. So, the function of negative 2.7 in the expression greatest integer function of x plus 2 is negative 1. So let us go with number 8. Evaluate the function f of x equals to the absolute value of x minus 8 if x equals to 3. So for the absolute value of x minus 8, kapag nakakita kayo ng dalawang vertical lines, ang tawag doon ay absolute value. So if we will change x by 3, so this will become 3 minus 8, and 3 minus 8 equals to negative 5. So this will become f of 3 equals to the absolute value of negative 5, and the absolute value of negative 5 is 5, because when we say absolute value, that is the distance of negative 5 from 0, and the distance of negative 5 from 0 is positive 5. So laging nagiging positive pag nasa loob ng absolute value symbol. For number 9, evaluate the function f of x equals to x squared minus 2x plus 2 at f of 2x minus 4. So we will change x by 2x minus 4. So this will become square of 2x minus 4 minus 2 times 2x minus 4 plus 2. So pinalitan natin yung x ng 2x minus 4. So dun sa una, square of 2x minus 4, pwede tayong gumamit ng cube of binomial, square of binomial and FOIL method. So naituro ko na yan dun sa unang video guide natin. So kung gagamit tayo ng square of binomial, square natin yung first, so that will be 4x squared. Multiply natin si 2x saka si negative 4, that will be negative 8x. Ito twice natin yan or dodoblehin natin, so that will become negative 16x. And then the square of negative 4, so that will be positive 16. So this time naman, paano siya naging negative 4x plus 8? I-distribute natin si negative 2 kay 2x, so that will be negative 4x. And negative 2 times negative 4 is positive 8. Then copy positive 2. Now, we can now simplify this by combining like terms. So, 4x squared, wala siyang kamuka. So, copy lang natin yan. And then, negative 16x and negative 4x. So, like sign sila, add natin, so that will become negative 20x. And 16 plus 8 plus 2, so that will be 26. So this will become f of 2x minus 4 equals to 4x squared minus 20x plus 26. So those are the examples on how to evaluate different types of function.